This video is sponsored by you. Links to the channel are in the description, along with the Discord. Also, once again, this video is sponsored by Loot Bar. This is a reliable, safe, trusted, and affordable top-up site. I can tell your situation, dear viewer. You fell for a bait banner and are now broker than a college student, right around the Silverash altar banner. Well, including new user coupons, you can find rolls for 22% off on Loot Bar. Trustpilot is filled with satisfied customers. Delivery is fast, if not instant, in the case of Arknights, as they have a built-in emulator to purchase stuff directly, and all login info is then erased. Use the link in the description and pin comment to get yourself some packs. And for the first time, you can use code SUPAH to get the monthly pass at 50% off. Hello there, Arknights' most hated YouTuber here, once again making an actual edited video. You know an operator is bad when I sit down to actually make a proper video on them, rather than boot up a stream and cut down the VOD later. Astgenne Alter is perhaps the single most perplexing operator in the game, rivaled only by Wormy's release. To remind you, Wormy released with a skill 2 that required an external burn applier with no external burn appliers in the game yet. Astgenne Alter's very existence is perplexing in a similar way. No one asked for Astgenne Alter, except for the 3 guys you will find in the comment section down below, making me aware of their existence. Astgenne Alter didn't really have anything set up for an altar, and both Reinlab and Kierag are filled to the brim with NPCs to make playable, none of which did in this event. Astgenne Alter is not even a popular character or money choice like Texas, whose entire character development from the altar is putting on a suit. At the same time, she's not a thematic choice either, like Zima Alter. To this day, I still don't know what exactly possessed Hypergriff to release her. Then you look at her kit, and she really makes you aware she's the welfare, which in itself is strange, since we've gotten pretty good 6-star welfares before, like Gladia, Lumen, and Sancta Mixaparato. I'd go as far as to say the original Astgenne is overall a better material investment. But what are the problems with her? Many, a lot for her therapist and the rest for me to analyze. The overarching issue plaguing the entire kit top to bottom is her outrageously low numbers. Exhibit 1, her talents. Talent 2 applies the second lowest fragile effect in the game, beaten out only by Lapland and Niamu, who apply 8%. Even Iana has a better debuff. As for the second talent, every time she applies slow, she gains 1 attack speed, stacking 25 times. With a base attack interval of 1.9 seconds, this will take a moment to max out. Her attack interval goes down to 1.43. If I'm not mistaken, because holy fuck, attack speed calculations are unnecessarily complicated for no good reason. All in all, this is among the faster half of attack intervals in the game, who usually range anywhere from 1.6 seconds to 3 seconds. The issues are twofold. For one, it takes a bit to come online, and for two, she's not actually doing anything with this attack speed. As a diesel binder, Astgenne Alter deals no damage to speak of. Skill 1 doesn't really help, it has the same SP cost as Exia Alter Skill 2, only to match about 1 billionth of its potential. Skill 2 is considerably better, but even then her damage leaves much to be desired. More on Skill 2 later. But obviously, SUPAH, you silly boy. She's a diesel binder, she's not here to DPS. She's here to be a support unit and apply support effects. That is clearly what the attack speed is for. Let's look into it. As I already mentioned, her passive fragile effect is the second lowest in the game, if the wiki is anything to go by. The slow, as with every other diesel binder, lasts less time than her attack interval, meaning it doesn't have full uptime even with talent 1 maxed out, though it's pretty damn close at that point. And finally, we have her unique gimmick on skill 3. Astgenne Alter is able to link enemies together, meaning that the damage received by one will be transferred onto the other. This is a cool gimmick. It translates single target DPS operators into multi-target ones. You can easily imagine a big chain of enemies having their subscription to life cancelled by someone like Ray. This would be the case if Astgenne Alter didn't only link together two enemies, and once linked she didn't transfer only a quarter of the damage. This is functionally useless. You can't do any meaningful multi-targeting with it, and the actual damage transfer is pathetic. This transferred damage also does not include any sort of damage amplifiers, and refers to the original damage before resistance is calculated. Again, what this translates into is very sad damage. It's not all bad though. This skill does have some saving graces. For one, the damage is alright. I know I've dogged on it this whole video because in the grand scheme of things it's not that much, but for a diesel binder this is very passable. And second, the SP cost of 35, exactly half of Suzuran's skill 3, so at least you get to activate it more often. Still, the question remains. I'm not exactly sure what role this skill would fulfill in your squad. As an Ars DPS, it's subpar. As a buffer, it's subpar. As both, I'm safely certain you'd do better off with a dedicated operator. This leaves Astgenne Alter with one use, being a very subpar Arts DPS and crowd control on skill 2. Every time this skill activates, she deals more damage to the two furthest enemies, slows for 3 seconds, and drags up to 3 nearby enemies towards the targets with moderate force, dealing damage to them as well. The uptime is actually not bad, and hitting a bunch of enemies at once I assume helps max out her talent 1 faster. The issue again is the numbers. The push strength is only moderate, meaning any mildly heavy enemy or any American citizen just won't really be affected, and the damage leaves much to be desired. In the end, Astgenne's one remaining niche is as an Arknights bot in IS, as skill 2 is offensive recovery. But even then, out of that supporter voucher, you should really pick someone else, be it Tragodia, Raidian in IS-6, Gnosis, Angelina or Haruka. For her to be a worthwhile pick as an Arknights bot in IS, you would also need to stumble upon weight effect relics. Or you could run Angelina. I forgot that with her IS module she just makes every enemy on the map have one less weight. Still, that's 9 hope just to make Astgenne function better. And in that case, with the stars aligning that you're running an Archeto team comp in IS, and you stumble upon weight relics, and you stumble upon a supporter voucher, and you have the hope to draft Astgenne Alter, then yes, Astgenne Alter on skill 2 is pretty good. And that's all. Max out your Gummy. Bye. Hey, hi, it's the outro. I have nothing funny to say. I have no quip this time. Just my head is completely empty. What, are you expecting something funny for every video? Give me a break. Anyway, thank you to all the channel members, in particular Ephraim, Alkline, Bin Raditz, Camille of Wishadel, Bar 2D2X, Noel Runes, Davonte Glassford, Lizard King, Ascended Azan, Nemotic, Zoramar Slink, The Long Chef, Jinjin Jantuna, Vincoching, Ilio, Livinshad, Creonbox, URL Killer, Divius, Bomb Ninja, Apollo Tia, QX102, Mr. Lair, Teleman Raptor, One Kainer, Farofaz Phoenix, Nupo, Shiro, Dezu, Pranzin Peppers, Sergio Varez, Kevin McGuire, Antonio Trace, Bistum, Sankenshi, Cromalchan, 5 QTZK, Genus Gay Shipper, Selfer 7, Common Hiren, Larmendra, Yuvune, King of Harems, and that guy with 2 names. That's all. Goodbye.